Okay, welcome everybody to TNW 2019 conference here in Amsterdam. We're here live in the eToro studios. With me is one of eToro's most popular investors. We've got Jay Smith here. How's it going? Welcome.
Thanks.
Before we start, I'd just like you to get here, introduce yourself, how you came to work with eToro and be here today.
I started trading about 11 years ago now, trading stocks. Started trading cryptocurrencies about 6 years ago. Stumbled across eToro somewhere in the middle of the two, and I've been trading there ever since. Kind of, again, stumbled into the popular investor program. So, I've been using eToro as a customer for a long time and as a popular investor for 3 years now. So.
Cool. And before this, you worked in esports?
Yeah, I've had some pretty crazy career choices. I was a professional gamer for a while. I then moved to working directly in esports, so esports events. It's a pretty crazy career choice.
What game did you play?
I mainly played StarCraft.
Yeah.
StarCraft Brood War, StarCraft 2, and Trackmania as well. So
cool.
A bit of a weird mix.
So how does building an audience in trading through eToro compare to what you did in esports?
Yeah, I think I took a lot across from esports, a lot of things that I learned over time about how to build an audience and how to engage with people and kind of build a community around myself. And at the time, no one on eToro was really doing that too much. I started live streaming my content, which I think no one else was doing at the time. Even just normal traders weren't really streaming.
Sure.
So I think I was one of the first people to really do that on Twitch.
Just explain your strategies on stream and that kind of thing. That's what you do.
Just explaining. I'd sit there and I'd research on stream. So for a lot of people, it's quite boring watching me read through an earnings report from Yahoo or someone, But it's still. I think people enjoyed the transparency of it and
sure.
the ability to kind of learn alongside me and even just watch me trading.
Yeah, that's great. Cool. So, was there a first big trade that really got you hooked on investing that has made you stick around for so long?
I did some really nice trades on Nokia.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So this was post iPhone. So Nokia, everyone thought Nokia was dead, BlackBerry was dead. I opened a position in Nokia, kind of expecting them to get acquired by Microsoft, which they did. So
sure.
That turned into a really, really big trade back in 2010, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it was a good trade.
Yeah. Got you hooked from there, definitely.
From then on, yeah.
So speaking of that, how does trading stocks compare to trading cryptocurrencies? Are the two comparable at all?
I think they can be. I think from a technical analysis side, stock trading is a bit different to cryptos. First of all, because the market never closes with cryptocurrencies, so you're trading 24/7. You're much more reliant on things like stop losses and things like that. So
yes.
To make sure that your positions are okay when you're asleep. But in terms of fundamentals, it's kind of interesting because stocks tend to rely really, really heavily on earnings reports and on big news events. New products are being launched and things like that. So if you're investing in Apple, you have to keep an eye on the next iPhone and all of these sorts of things. If you're investing in cryptocurrencies, you have a bit of that, but for the most part, it's a lot of speculation. You're really like long-term speculation, and the entire industry is so disruptive that you're constantly on the lookout for something that could disrupt you from that position that you currently have.
Does buy the rumor, sell the news still ring true?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it definitely does. I mean, if you look at Binance ahead of them launching their own chain, the price of BNB token went up by something like 80 or 90% in the space of 2 or 3 months.
That's right.
Yeah. So it still works. Same with Litecoin, same with Bitcoin, with halvenings. There's still some big events you can kind of look out for and position yourself for.
Sure, cool. So what can stock traders learn from crypto traders? Is there universal strategies that works for both kinds of traders?
I actually think there's probably more that crypto traders could learn from stock traders. Yeah. At the moment, crypto trading is so based on technical analysis and on the charts. And not enough on fundamentals, and there's still a lot of projects around that perhaps don't really warrant the market cap that they have at the moment. So I think actually that's something that crypto traders could probably pull from stock traders, and it's actually my approach in the crypto space is to invest based purely on fundamentals, and just use technical, in between.
To find entry points.
Yeah, to find entry points, exit points, and to kind of build some confidence.
Yeah, okay.
when you're going into a position,
Yeah, I get you.
It helps if they're on the same side, right?
Yeah. Speaking of confidence, how's your crypto portfolio in 2019?
2019 has been a good year.
Yeah.
2018 not quite so good, but fortunately I moved a lot of my crypto into Bitcoin in 2018. So I wanted to keep exposure. There's a statistic that if you're not exposed to an asset for more than 10 days out of the year, then usually you end up losing money, not making money, even if the asset has gone up all year. So missing the 10 biggest days is a really big deal. So I wanted to keep exposure to crypto. So I moved most of my funds into Bitcoin. And I've just kind of since about February, March, started moving back into altcoins a bit more. What's
the balance, would you say, like blue chip crypto like Bitcoin and Ethereum compared to alts and tokens?
Including my stocks?
Yeah, yeah, sure, yeah.
So I split my portfolio around about 40% crypto and 60% stocks. And then if diving into the crypto side of that, I would say that around 50% is in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, EOS and Ethereum and a few others are kind of high up. And then loads of really small positions that are like 1%.
Sure, yeah, no problem, I understand. So, considering this, will alt season be back?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I've just started buying them again. So
yeah.
I think we've seen some good signs that it's back or coming back already. Some of the projects that have already delivered things like Augur, Basic Attention Token, Binance. There's a few coins now that have already started to actually ship products that work. So I think that's what's going to drive the next bull market in altcoins.
Sure, cool. So lastly, how do you go about minimalizing damage with bad trades? Do you go on tilt? And when you go on tilt, how do you pull yourself out of that?
You can go on tilt. You definitely can go on tilt. It's especially if you're like a day trader as well. I don't do too much day trading, but sometimes I do. And sometimes you end up just stuck in an opposite rhythm to how the market is going.
Yes.
And you have to kind of snap yourself out of it and go outside, take a walk, do something to kind of to bring yourself away from it. For longer term trades, it's a lot more difficult. A lot of the time you have to accept to just take the loss.
Yes.
I did that recently on a few trades, and it's never an easy thing to do. It never gets any easier. It's always difficult to take a big loss. But I think it's important to do that.
Yes, because short-term trades, when they go bad, will turn into medium-term trades.
Exactly.
And those will turn into long-term trades.
I mean, ultimately, it depends on your outlook for a company. You can kind of average down your price and build up the position if you're confident in it. But you can also kind of get trapped by doing that and end up with all of your portfolio exposed to a single asset. I've never done that, obviously, but I've definitely kind of seen it going that way on a few things before. So you've always kind of go back to the drawing board, look at why did you invest in the first place. This is why taking notes is so important for a lot of investors, because you can go back to your notes and look at the reasons why you invested in something, and kind of see how far they've got along that path to the objective that perhaps you had in mind.
Sure. And you keep, just as an aside, you keep notes for most of your trades?
Yeah, I keep notes pretty much like classified by like assets. So I have a set of notes for Bitcoin, a set of notes for Ethereum, a set of notes for AMD shares,
cool.
Just across the board. So
cool, awesome. I think that's about all we've got time for. If you'd like to plug maybe your social media channels where people can follow your trades.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter is obviously one of the places I'm most active, and of course eToro. That's where I trade. You can copy my trades there if you'd like, or just follow me or chat with me or whatever. So
cool, perfect. Thank you so much, Jay, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thanks.
Perfect. Cheers. Enjoy the rest of it.